With all that in mind, let me turn this over to Bob Guzzardi for a few minutes to talk about another issue of truth and justice, one that's been going on much longer and with insufficient publicity. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you very much. Some very perceptive comments. Going towards something that has no real historical deniability, and that's the Armenian Genocide that took place between 1915 and 1923. We've spoken about this on this show before, frankly, because nobody else is speaking about it. It is incontrovertibly, factually, historically true that there was an Armenian genocide perpetrated by the Muslim Ottomans with the help of Muslim Kurds, and, to be fair, with no assistance from Muslim Arabs, to annihilate up to 1.5 million Armenians in a period of about 2 months in 1915. Technically, the genocide is considered to have gone from 1915 till 1923 at the dissolution of the Ottoman Empire. I bring that up because there are several events coming up. One is the Armenian Genocide Walk, which will take place on April 25th in Philadelphia. And I urge you to acquaint yourself with the facts around this genocide. This genocide occurred in 1915. This was a genocide that set the stage for the genocide that occurred during the Nazi regime. When we don't speak out against genocide, we set the stage for further genocides. There's a famous quote or sentence that we hear, or I hear frequently. First they came for the communists and I did nothing because I wasn't a communist. Then they came for the Jews and I did nothing because I was a Jew. And then they came for me and there was nobody left. So it's important to remember the genocide, to make it a part of American historical memory. There are in addition to the Armenian Genocide Walk on April 25th, there are two resolutions.
That's here in Philadelphia.
In Center City, Philadelphia.
No, it's April 28th, Saturday, April 28th.
I'm sorry, Saturday, April 28th in Center City, Philadelphia. There are two Senate resolutions. Resolution 392 regarding the return of churches that were taken by force by the Turkish government, and Senate Resolution 399 on the Armenian genocide itself. There are a number of articles on this. This is a bipartisan bill. It is supported by Senator Mark Kirk, Senator Boxer, Senator Lieberman. Senators Boxer and Lieberman are Democrats. Senator Kirk is a Republican. Senator Bennett, who is a Republican. Senator Whitehouse, Feinstein, Levin, and Reed, all of whom are Democrats. So it is important that this is a bipartisan factual statement. Senate Resolution 399 can be found at the Thomas government site and lays out the history and the reasons why the Armenian genocide has been recognized by the American government as a historical fact, and by everybody else, as a matter of fact, except for the Muslim Turks.
And the Israelis.
And the Israelis. The Israelis have, because they are, like many of our liberal Jews, unwilling to stand up for these serious issues. And the UK, 3 countries have not officially recognized the Armenian genocide: Israel, the UK, and the US. This is an outrage. So next time you talk to your senator, whether it's Senator Casey, whom I have some less than optimistic thoughts on because he did attend the Turkish Friendship Dinner in March of 2011, and I suspect will attend it again this year, as he did in March of 2010. So he has attended it in March of 2010, the first year of which he was in office. And I'm sorry, March 2010 was not the first year he was in office. March of 2010, March of 2011. It's on YouTube. This is a matter of open record. He's talking about working together with the radical Muslims of the Erdogan government.
We'll probably have to wind down. You'll have something on the libertyblog.org about
this. Yes, I will
soon.
be posting on the Liberty blog. So when you get a chance, talk to your senators about this, Senator Toomey and Senator Casey of Pennsylvania. Thank you.
And ArmenianGenocideWalk.com for those of you in Philadelphia. So we come to our first guest. I have a feeling every second we have with him is one that's going to be kind of precious. So now on the line is legendary and fearless leftist turned conservative intellectual and activism leader David Horowitz, calling in from California. Among his several sites is frontpagemag.com. Welcome, David.
Morning.
So let's start with you. We spent a lot of time.
I want to make a comment about the names are kind of important to understand them. Yes, there was a Turkish genocide against Armenians, but what it really was a Muslim genocide against Christians. And the reason that that's important is because there's an ongoing Muslim genocide against Christians in the Sudan today. Not to mention that the Christian communities of the Middle East are being driven out. Bethlehem was once a majority Christian city. Now it's a dwindling minority. Christians and Jews are fleeing wherever Muslims are dominant. And I know to some ears this sounds somewhat prejudiced against a religion, but when you have a religion whose prophet calls for the extermination of the Jews in so many words, and when you have a religion whose imams are screaming for the heads of the Jews, and there is no major Muslim country or minor Muslim country or major Muslim organization in the United States denouncing those calls for the genocide of the Jews and for the attacks on the Christians, then you have to hold the religion responsible.
And Dave,
there are many good Muslims, but there were good Germans too. In the end, they didn't make a damn's worth of difference.